This car is playing with me right now.
And we're going to cross our fingers that everything gets back together in good and working order. Jared?
Thank you so much. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo and Dan Burkett. Freddie, multiple champion, that Rockstar Energy Toyota Supra. But look at Dan Burkett, Mark 4 versus Mark 5 Supra. Burkett loses it. Rad Dan spins out, trying to be the aggressor, and unfortunately rotates, spins in that third outside zone.
Again,
going
just
into
love to see this. You know, Freddie got his start in the Mark IV. Dan has just always had, you know, the Mark IV Supra, so it's really cool to see this battle. Here we go.
The Rad Industries Mark IV Supra. Rad Dan into that first outside zone, a bit off, now tries to tighten up with that chrome look. And Freddie with the new white livery, looking dialed. Here we go into that final inside clip. He doesn't need to do much to get this victory, unfortunately, with Dan's major mistake. So that's going to be all she wrote, unfortunately, for Rad Dan, but great to have Dan Burkett.
And lights extinguished. Let's see if we get a clean start here. They took that sight lap. I wonder if what they learned, you know, still seeing here we go, initiating. So there's the smoke. That's good. That's a sign of a good time.
Fredric Aasbo getting all the way out there. Beecham tried to get close, had to back off a little bit there. Yeah, that trunk flapping a little bit there in the wind. Watch this transition into that last inside clip. Ooh, Beecham.
Wow, there we go.
Oh, we got contact, kids. That back right exploded off of Aasbo.
Beecham will lead.
Beecham took that as
and Aasbo giving chase. If you can remember, Beecham was aggressive, ripped off that back right fender of Freddie's Toyota Supra, that Rockstar vehicle.
Beecham now out front. Transition into that second outside zone. Comes up a little bit short, but Fredric Aasbo, that's what we were talking about. Beecham looking really wound up right now. He is just fiery. And Aasbo, really good chase job, but Beecham, you know, I really like what he...
All right, here we go. And we are seeing James Dean come on out swinging. Let's see what Fredric Aasbo does. This should be a fun one to watch. We already saw James Dean in the all-wet conditions. Freddie now joining the party into that first outside zone, getting into the wall. Look at James hanging out there. Freddie throwing under the bridge. Look at that, just an absolute roost coming off James Dean's car. Oh, we got a wall tap. We got a wall tap from James Dean. Fredric Aasbo, look at that left foot brake. You can see him trying to massage that thing to the side of the Mustang. And there we go. A little bit of ice, a little bit of rain. Look, what Odie said is it's loose, it's grippy, it's kind of all over the place. So here we go. We got Fredric Aasbo out front, Rockstar Energy Drink, Toyota GR Supra, and James Dean are on his way on in. And getting to that first outside zone, you can see Freddie. James taps the ball, or just barely kisses it. Ooh, Freddie, that thing grips up, and absolutely to your point right there. Here's that Supra. And James Dean looked like he had that nice line, almost consistent, all the way through into this final inside clip. Oh, James Dean making his presence felt there. That was pretty solid.
He's like, oh yeah, leaving a little signature on this.
Here we go, James Dean, Fredric Aasbo, our final battle of the the Torque Motorsport Grade 8. Here comes James Dean leading. Now Fredric Aasbo in that chase position. James Dean now transitions. It's a one more time battle between them two. Crawling into that third outside zone. Just sliding it in. Look at this precision, just putting the pin on the map. And our final inside clip, wrapped it around. This is like ice skating.
Let's see what Freddie's got. Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Like I said, he was ice racing in his native country of Norway, and he tweaked his thumb, so I had to have surgery, he was telling me. So pretty crazy. So he's driving with an impaired thumb. Oh, James Dean backs it in once again. And it looks like James overcooked it, but Freddie stays in it.
Love it.
Look at that, Freddie shaken but not stirred into that third outside zone. Look at James now in formation. Yes, sir, a little slow-mo action. There's your steam cooker, and James looks like he almost pushes him around, but what a whip. What a whip by these guys around that final inner clip.
On.
It's a bye run.
So
let's lay out, listen.
Yeah. Shh. Enjoy the silence.
unfortunately. Don't know exactly what happened to Joao Barillon, but Kazuya Taguchi, he's not going to back down against this 3-time champ. Kazuya would love to win here in Atlanta, but Fredric Aasbo, he's had a lot of success here in ATL. Here we go, Fredric Aasbo, a big gap between them. Now going to that first inside clip, Kazuya slides adamant up the garage, operated by Jerry Young Racing right here in Georgia, into that second outside zone. Now into that inside clip, look at it, ooh, man, that's very uncharacteristic of Fredric Aasbo. Oh, big swing from Kazuya, shuts it down. Straightens out a big direction there. That will be a deduction on the side of Kazuya Taguchi. Right, seems like essentially can leave the line prior or a little bit later, but obviously you want to time it perfectly to go tip to tail and initiate almost identical at the same time. Straight line approach there for Fredric Aasbo. Initiates, get to that rumble strip, and Kazuya Taguchi, you see him initiate, but he comes out of angle a little bit, but Fredric Aasbo bathing in that smoke. Now coming up the hill, Aasbo taking a shallower line, but he's still got that proximity. Good angle there from Kazuya Taguchi. But Aasbo, he still keeps it close. Oh! Kazuya exits stage right, gets in the grass. And again, it seemed that Kazuya's car is not running healthy. It's not 100%. Got a little bit of a throat tickle, coughs, and then burps and goes off to the right. I know I got more, but he's got to put it against Forrest Wang. Here we go. Oh, Forrest! He applies the pressure. Big swing there from Fredric Aasbo. Now coming to that second outside zone. There goes Aasbo. Look at Wang, the BCL, Big Country Labs Wang gang sticking out of the smoke like a shark fin. Dialed in, he's got blood in the water. And this 3-time champ is put to the test.
It does.
One thing.
I don't know why.
I don't know why. Here we go. Forrest Wang out front. Fredric Aasbo in that chase position. Here comes Forrest Wang. Again, that Big Country Labs Wang right in the face of Fredric Aasbo, and he did exactly what you anticipated, Jacob. Big entry. He's going against it. Oh, here comes Aasbo. Up the hill. He's not going to let him run away with it. Aasbo in formation. It's a dogfight here. We got the 808, the Hawaiian driver against Norway. Look at this place.
Wow.
Wow. Looks like Wiz Khalifa, Snoop Dogg, Killer Mike, everybody's in the building.
Of course, because Odie,
you know, that would be crazy. But here we go. James Machine Dean, our points leader, going against Fredric Aasbo, currently 5th in points. 6-time champions between these guys, 3 aside. James Dean back at it. Seeing that speed there, mile per hour, lifting it up. You can see the accelerometer there on their windshield going into that first and now into the horseshoe. Ooh, James Dean comes a little bit short on that second outside zone. Now past that second inside clip in the horseshoe. Fredric Aasbo navigates outside of the horseshoe. Now past and into that final clip.
Yeah, Aasbo wants back with him.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Fredric Aasbo, the Norwegian Hammer out front. James the Machine Dean. Again, 3 championships but on either side, and here's Aasbo, big angle. James Dean buried in that Nitto tire smoke, now coming up the hill. Big angle from Aasbo, look at this. Can he get it back? Really well done on that second outside zone by Aasbo. James wasn't out there. Look at that dial, oh, wow. Headlight to tail light on that transition between Aasbo and Dean around that final clip. And James, massive angle, he slaps back, using all the course. That was a tank slapper, a knee slapper. And we know it's a Norwegian, but which one's it gonna be? Simultaneously, Fredric Aasbo chasing him down. A Rockstar energy drink. Toyota Supra, Olsen initiates. Good angle for both of them past that inside clip. Simon Olsen on rails, up the hill, that first outside zone. Look at the angle from Olsen. Aasbo. Olsen puts it right that second. Look at Aasbo, shallow on that second inside clip. Now transitioning into that final clip. Olsen is absolutely dialed. Wow. Olsen put it looked like for potentially the final time. Who's gonna get the win? Aasbo or Olsen? Aasbo out front, Rockstar energy drink, Toyota, GR Super, Nitto tires, massive angle. Olsen now throws it in. Aasbo center punching that inside clip, but Olsen not even in the same chat room right now. Going into that second outside zone. Olsen does come up a bit short here. Aasbo, again, undefeated against Olsen. Olsen wants to get it back. He's looked up to him. Aasbo gives him nothing but respect until right now when it comes down to that top spot. Aasbo and Olsen out front. Aasbo chasing him down. Olsen with a little slow trickle there. Let's see this angle here. Whoa, buddy. Looks like the angle kind of rolling into it there, Jacob. Now coming up the
the hill in that first outside zone. Here comes Fredric Aasbo. Some wavering, going to the first outside zone, getting in the second there. Simon's like, all right, I'm gonna put it in there. So does, oh no! Olsen shuts it down! Olsen goes left! Olsen shuts it down! That'll be for sure to complete a massive advantage for the three-time champ.
Because yesterday in seating brackets, we don't do one more time, so puts a lot of pressure on the judges, but here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Diego Higa, all Toyota battle, the 86. All right, that Rockstar Energy Toyota Supra. Fredric Aasbo, I said he was a robot. He says, hold my Rockstar, because I'm going to show you. Diego Higa, he's right there on the door, comes down into the bank, into that first inside clip, down through the power alley, into the killer crossover, into that second big sweeping turn. Aasbo puts it right in the corner of those middle tires. Oh, and then he does exceed a little bit of that crease.
So here we are. So
now Diego Higa out front. Fredric Aasbo, the contact was made, but they said, let's run it. Diego Higa, JDM Supreme, 86 FRS, BRZ, whatever you want to call it. Right now, he's high on the bank. Regardless, the Brazilian driver trying to take out the three-time champion of Fredric Aasbo, the Norwegian Hammer. The Brazilian beast coming into the crease. Into that final sweeping turn, he does exceed it, very similar to Fredric Aasbo. But a great effort. The GT radials go round and comes down. I feel like the Brazilian beast. Fun fact, Jacob only wears one type of shoe. We'll talk about that later. Here we go, Fredric Aasbo, speaking of Norway, and got to build the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota Supra initiates high on the bank. Is he going to turn it up? Looks like he is right now, but Diego Higa's not letting him get away with it. Now down into that power alley transit. Woo! There's the Higa. Look at that Brazilian beast, but then he backs off as soon as he gets that proximity. And look at Fredric Aasbo. Signed, sealed, delivered, magnetic. That electric unlocked, and here we go. Higa out front, Aasbo in the chase position. That Toyota GR Supra, but Diego Higa, JDM Supreme. What amazing car collection they got. Oh, and Higa, so look at, there it is. So Aasbo early on, he jumps to the side of him, has to back off a touch. But this is where a three-time champion comes into play, and no! Let's see, okay, so look at that, Aasbo spins out, contact was made, talked about that timing, and you know, here we are, going one more time, going to this, Higa.
Said it twice, he canceled it.
We're good. Here we go, moving on to Diego Higa, Fredric Aasbo. Higa got into a tussle with the wall yesterday. Hopefully he can get his car down. Looks like he did right out of the gate. Look at him pulling that front left wheel up. Fredric Aasbo bathing in the smoke. Higa, this is Aasbo. Diego gets involved with the dirt. Brown cloud being thrown up that allows Aasbo to catch up. Maybe rub a little bit of Nitto tire on the GT radial. Now into that outside zone 3, and Diego just flirting with the dirt. Wow, so want to get that truth serum, that overhead cam there from Aaron Jesse. He flies a static. Justin Smash does the FPV drone, but I understand he worked with maybe a former champion on his car. So we'll see. As Fredric Aasbo leads at Rockstar Energy Toyota Supra on Nitto tires. Toyota GR Supra looking good, getting that clean air into that second outside zone. And now this looks a little more robotic than the Aasbo that we know in that chase position. Maybe got caught off guard by Diego Higa chasing down, but I'll tell you what, Diego twisting the screws on Aasbo, and just as I say that he falls back really short on that last outside zone. This is, I have to think this is going to go to the BC Racing side-by-side. And to your point yesterday of the pro spec, Connor Shanahan, our most recent winner, going against three-time champion Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo. On 1,000 horsepower. Again, that BMW E36 initiating into that first outside zone, dragging the bumper on initiation. Both are filling the outside zone. Look at that. Fredric Aasbo really applying the pressure. He knows who he's going against, and he'd love to take him down. And Connor Shanahan said, I'm going to win. That's what he said at halftime when I spoke to him, and he is feeling really confident. Again, coming off his most recent victory at our previous round of Orlando. But Aasbo says, look, put some respect on it. A three-time champ, gained some applause from the judges and us here in the Shanahan booth. And he's like, 3 transitions? Hold my beer, right? Because again, Shanahan, you know, over the sea they have 7 or 8 transitions, but so I mean, I'll tell you, Fredric Aasbo is a weapon. Here we go, that Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra on the Nittos, and Shanahan drops into formation. We're on that second outside zone. There goes Fredric Aasbo. Shanahan digging that tire into the door, but that's what I like about Shanahan. Did he dig it in? Because he just goes right there in the pocket. Holy cow! I mean, let's go. Let's leave.
Oh man,
let's leave.
Is this the final?
Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra.
coming out of the gate, swinging. There goes Shanahan. Once again, right there into that outside zone. Aasbo. See that transition there. He finds the pocket, a little shallow, but then you can see him now navigating, massaging the car to the side of that BMW now, past that inside clip. Aasbo backing off just so swiftly. Ooh, and it backs off way too much, shuts it down. Freddie, the three-time champion, shuts it down on that last outside zone. Got too aggressive.
Really
Just too much sauce
here,
man.
but he knows he has Shanahan. Like I said, the shadow. Early adopted, I was born in it, he says. So here we go. Fredric Aasbo, the Rockstar, Toyota GR Supra, Nitto tires, into that first outside zone. Shanahan, the transitions, man, it just happens, and he just goes right there to the side. And look, he's gonna grind that door like a die grinder. Now transition once again. Again, not as close, but look at this. Oh my, oh! What? Oh. It's identical! Compare the leads.
Alrighty then.
Rome RCP, he's got to be cheering on, you know, since he got knocked out, he's going to be cheering on Connor Shanahan, and they got to get that car up to snuff. Here we go, Connor Shanahan. This is our second one more time battle, the third battle between Shanahan, two champions going against each other. Again, from across the pond, we got Norway against Ireland. Look at that, Freddie not leaving anything to chance, not leaving the judges' hands, as Connor Shanahan, garage stick BMW, that lasted final. This is where they had the issues before, not right now. Freddie says, nope, not today, not again. Yeah, I mean, this is where you don't leave the judges' hands. You know, Fredric Aasbo currently sits fourth in points. Connor Shanahan sits 11th. He did miss a round. He missed Atlanta. Here we go. In that first outside zone goes Fredric Aasbo. Shanahan watching transition. Boom, right there, right to the side. Bonkers. Absolutely insane. He just almost touched tip to tail and didn't rip off a bumper. And there we go, transitioning once again. Oh boy, Shanahan, you see that overhead. He does have that proximity, but Toyota GR Supra, like Adam said, want to go against Shanahan, but you're gonna have to get through Fredric Aasbo here. Initiating in that first outside zone. Here goes Adam LZ into that first outside zone. Good transition there. Looks like Freddie backing off just a little bit there. You see a little left foot break into that front inside clip. And now transitioning into that last outside zone. Adam LZ drops in. Freddie a little late to that last outside zone. Kind of surprised by that. Will chase him down. All right, yeah. Let's see. Seen a brake light from Adam LZ. See that?
Saw that.
Yeah, that was
interesting.
That's very interesting. All right, you can see the Excel diesel lights really standing out. Those Type S lights on the windshield here. Now into that second outside zone. Look at there, Adam LZ. He's not backing down. He is right there, shadowing Fredric Aasbo. Adam LZ, like I said, he is capable of winning here, and he did last year at E-Town. Of the lane, you got Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer from Norway, that Rockstar Industry, Toyota GR Supra on Nitto tires. Adam LZ, looks like Fredric Aasbo initiates almost the identical same time. That might hurt him, but no, he gets back. You can see him transition, let Adam transition right in front of him, and then he regains that position in that second outside zone. Now they're going to approach that inside clip. Boom, Adam LZ bumps it out of the way with that front left headlight. And now in that last and final outside zone, Fredric Aasbo with good proximity tucking into the smoke mechanics of Fredric Aasbo. But, you know, you never know. Yeah, I mean, now he's got the clean air. He said, Jacob, he might have heard you. All right, out style, you want to see some style? Oh, and Adam LZ, he throws it in aggressively. He took that map field line, tuck it on the inside, and then drops into formation. And look at, there we go, Adam LZ, he's going to grind. He's going to try to bang the door of the three-time champ. And again, Adam LZ passed that inside clip of Fredric Aasbo. He's putting the car in the right place. There's a little left foot brake there. Both those guys tapping the brakes into that last outside zone. Daniel Stuckey, Freddie in that Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra. And Daniel Stuckey in that M-Spec Performance S chassis. Look at this. White and gold all over. Look at this. And now into that second outside zone. Freddie, again, just the robot. He's, you know, like I said, he's kind of shown some cracks before, and now here, oh, Stuckey dives in on the inside, not the right line from Stuckey, and contact is made.
Yeah.
That was, you saw Stuckey shoot in, grip up, and go ahead and hit that left front Forge Star wheel, wrapped in the Nitto tires. What a bummer there. Game day for our Pro Championship. Here in the Rockstar Energy Drink Top 32, three-time champion, Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, and he's being led by Daniel Stuckey, as Stuckey will lead. And keep in mind, this is the second half, because we had that contact between Stuckey. Now Stuckey, good, clean, sweeping line. This is where he had some trouble in the chase position, but Freddie brings it on back, and that's really gonna, again, sugar-free, but it's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
when it comes down to
lose.
good line. He's not a champion every year, so he had to be taken out. Brandon Sorensen would love to rain on his parade. Here we go, Fredric Aasbo initiating into that first. You know, Freddie did have a win earlier this year in Atlanta. Now transitioning in outside zone 2. Brandon Sorensen, little wavering there into outside zone 2, but getting it more down outside zone 3. The Rockstar energy drink, Toyota GR Supra now coming, bringing on home. And the wheels and tires go round across the finish line. So, again, Brandon wasn't too aggressive. I think that was a good
who I interviewed at the top of the
show. He's cheering on. He's got a big support group in the United States Air Force, but, you know, Norway, small but loud country, full of Vikings, cheering him on. Talking about Fredric Aasbo. Brandon Sorensen now transitioning into that second outside zone. Look at this, Fredric Aasbo, shallow on outside zone 2. Definitely want to get the overhead, but there goes Freddie. He heard me. Now he drops into formation. Brandon Sorensen. He was going to loop it. He was going to loop it. Contact was made. And so right now, it's Odie and Aasbo, second and third in the championship. There we go as Odie initiates. Whoa, aggressive initiation. Some gangster backwards entry in the chase by Freddie. Fredric Aasbo into that second outside zone. Now into that third outside zone goes Odie Bakshis. Look at that, he's turning on the sauce. Into that last outside zone. Look at that, pulling away from Fredric Aasbo in that Rockstar Supra.
That was sick.
That was absolutely sick in that chase position. That looked aggressive. Again, we really big up Odie Bakshis and his chasing prowess. And Freddie throwing something that we don't really see a lot from him. But that was more of a smoother transition, wasn't as aggressive, that rate to angle. Now to that second outside zone. Here goes Fredric. Oh, look at that. We got wheel-to-wheel contact, kids. St. Louis, we don't have a problem. Keep it moving. All right, into that third outside zone. Now transition that final outside zone. Here comes Odie Bakshis. He surges forward. Oh, he comes out of angle a little bit there. Want to see that overhead. You know, we saw the FPV drone angle.
On the other side of our Type S Final Four. Send it. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Manoa.
Now going into that first outside zone goes Freddie in that Toyota Rockstar Energy Drink GR Supra. Now into that second outside zone, almost exceeds that line. And now Manoa looks like he's mimicking the angle. Well done by Manoa, and that's what he needs to do. So hopefully the Yank camp said, hey, get in there, but also mimic the angle. And he looks like he gets aggressive. Like I said, this is first season FD rookie talking about Hiro Manoa. And he's going against a three-time champion, Fredric Aasbo. Now transitioning into that first outside zone. Big angle from Manoa. Freddie on the inside. Not digging deep in that first outside zone. Here comes 14-year-old Manoa. Again, the youngest ever FD podium finisher. He'd love to go to the finals against another three-time champion of James Dean. Here Manoa, look at that. Now Freddie says, all right, young buck, I'm going to get up in there.
Warranted
for one more time. Here we go. Fredric Aasbo, Kyle the Menace Mohan. Fredric Aasbo currently second in points. Heading down into the chute. Good initiation by Aasbo. Sugar-free sucker. He's running that sugar-free livery here, that Rockstar Energy Drink. Toyota GR Supra. I mean, look at him maxing it out. Mohan dives in on that third outside zone. Just quite a bit of distance from him. Gets aggressive, but I don't think that's going to be enough as Aasbo powers through. Well done. Excuse me. Freddie currently in third. My bad. Odie Bakshis currently in second. Thank you.
Sure. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what he's able to do when it comes to this section.
All right, let's see what's going on here as now Kyle Mohan is leading and Fredric Aasbo giving chase. Let's look at Freddie. I mean, three-time champ. Mohan, absolute, rotary ledge. Oh, and Mohan goes off. The renewable lubricants. Mazda-Trix RX-8 looks like shuts it down. Currently sitting in third. And with James Dean going out, this is something that Aasbo would love to get the victory here against Trenton Beecham. But Beecham, he drove really well earlier in 32. And here's Fredric. Nice and high on that outside zone 1. Beecham a little bit lower now, coming to the power alley. Just tapping in, putting that Nitto tire in that back left. Freddie actually surprisingly off of that outside zone 2, past that inside clip. Now in that last outside zone, Your thoughts, Jacob? What do you think?
Yeah, just not as deep to the zones as we'd seen him earlier in the day, and this might go back to the track tightening up. When you start seeing the cars get a little bit shallow like that, could indicate that the track is kind of getting a bit more tacky.
Yeah, confidence, all those things, and now here he is, clean air. So getting that kind of in his back pocket, I think put a stop to it. So Beecham high on the bank. Look at Freddie. See, he has to back off a little bit here. Now coming in the power alley outside zone 2. Now transition, good, clean, fluid transition in outside zone 3. Past that inside clip, Beecham now into this last outside zone. Can he take down Fredric Aasbo?
Oh, man.
Wow. Yeah, definitely
Look at,
side by side.
you know he's pumped. Look at him. He is. I mean, he almost missed his exit.
Yeah.
But
all right, and we got cars here. Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
But it's a shared fault, so it's going to come down to the second run. So here we go, moving on to our next battle. The Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra Nitto Tires going against birthday boy Nick Novak. The Kenda Tires Novak Racing BMW transitioning into the second outside zone. Here goes another 3-time champ dialing it into that second outside zone. Novak a little bit of a shallower line, but does have good proximity. Let's see how it transitions here. Novak going to take a look at that overhead camera. Let's take a look at that from different angles. Look at that. It looked like he threw a little bit of dust up even on that last outside zone, right? Didn't it seem like you kind of tires BMW. And here we go with Fredric Aasbo. Let's see if the birthday boy can take it to the top. Nick Novak initiating in front of the nose of that Toyota GR Supra. And initiating, nice job by Novak. You know, you could barely see him blowing over those cones. And the second outside zone, Novak, you talk about using all the track. He's out there as well. Did not see the little brown cloud. Now going to this last outside zone. There is, again, the robot-esque Fredric Aasbo. Look at the proximity, just dialing it in. Hey, a great lead run by Novak.
Yeah.
And being challenged.
Yeah.
So, all right, so
Again,
Kazuya
both these
Taguchi,
guys.
Fredric Aasbo, Kazuya in that yellow vehicle, the ISR Performance, Jerry Yang Racing 86, and Fredric Aasbo in that Toyota Rockstar Energy Drink GR Supra. That first outside zone, the bumpers flapping in the wind in the second outside zone. Look at Fredric Aasbo, lunge forward, whoa! Oh, because it looked like he was going off, but actually Kazuya dove on the inside. Gonna need to see that overhead to really see what went down in all of that smoke. All right, the GT radial smoke in the face of Fredric Aasbo. Want to see that overhead shot. And then Kazuya Taguchi in the 86. Here we go. Coming down the chute, let's see this initiation by Fredric Aasbo. Freddie, the Norwegian Hammer, comes in that first outside zone. Kazuya Taguchi a bit on the inside. Let's see how they manage Kazuya now. He jumps forward, he slingshots, he bullfrogs, he jumps up, he squats. He's coming up short now. Freddie using all the course, gets to that razor's edge. And Kazuya Taguchi once again on the inside cannot dig deep like Fredric Aasbo.
Back in Utah.
Yeah, man, Utah 2024 totally took you out. Here we go, Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra initiates. Chris Forsberg into Aasbo using all the course. Watch his transition, the rocket, the slingshot by both of them. Look at Freddie. Actually, Forsberg gave him some room, bounces back, jumps forward. Oh, Forsberg taking an inside line. Let's see how they handle this last outside zone. Drops into formation. Aasbo in, Forsberg right there. Brings it across the finish line. He's on GT radial tires. All right, out front. Chris Forsberg through that start chicane. See the mile per hour go up, the accelerometer, a little bit of decel there, going to that first outside zone, riding right on that edge. And now coming into that second outside zone, very similar tit for tat. Forsberg flirting with the edge of the track. He's off. So he goes, throws up a little bit of dirt here, transitions in that last outside zone. Forsberg right there. Now he's on that course edge. Aasbo, there he is right there. So a great battle by both these gentlemen. He's a talented driver and just a great all-around guy. So here we go, Trent Beecham, Fredric Aasbo. Beecham out of the gate comes out swinging. He knows he can take down the a 3-time champ. Here we go, Beecham in that first outside. Look at him using all of the course. He is possessed. Oh, Beecham, what do we got? Into that second outside zone. Now coming into that last outside zone, Fredric Aasbo brings it right there. And look at Freddie banging on the door. And across that finish line, no contact, so you cannot replace it. Fredric Aasbo gets the win. This is his bye run. The car's running. It's Aasbo and Bakshis in the finals. The Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra is getting on the box once again. He got the win in Atlanta, and a great audience there, a great track. And you know, you got to think Shanahan. We saw that of James Dean a few times. We saw Ryan Turk. Odie has not received a victory, and again, we are taking a look here, and with that, Aasbo goes to third place above Manoa, correct? All right, so look again with that.
So, two drivers, top of their game, driving with perfection, head-to-head in the finals. That's what we're here for.
Here's your popcorn. Send it! Here we go. Fredric Aasbo chasing down Odie Bakshis in that first outside zone. These are the finals here in Utah. The Type S Elevated. Round 7, and the championship's coming down to Irwindale. Odie Bakshis, like you said, perfection. Fredric Aasbo, he brings it in. He's looking tight. That last outside zone, the cars are wound up, and there it is. Odie Bakshis once again. I mean, I feel like it's an RC car. He is on rails. There's magnets on the track, and he's got magnets underneath his car. Tire manufacturing. And here it is. Let's send it for potentially the last time here in Utah. Fredric, the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, the Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra. Oh, knocks the bumper off of Odie Bakshis' S chassis. Freddie, he's got that special sauce. Let's see if he can pour it on the brisket. Brisket Bakshis, right? Got that smoked meat into that second outside zone. Odie Bakshis has been perfection. He's shown a little bit of glimmer, a little bit of opportunity for Fredric Aasbo. Diving in. Woo-wee!
Oh,
wow.
Another interesting one.
To make light of it,
Yeah.
but yeah. And you were saying that's a new engine too, so
Yeah.
unfortunately for Force Wing. But right now it's all Fredric Aasbo, again a three-time champion himself. He'd love to finish, you know, with the silver trophy. Talking about second or third, because you know currently in the standings he's currently second, right?
No,
excuse me, third.
Yeah.
Third, yeah, he's 130 points behind the leader that's coming into this round of competition. Odie Bakshis currently sits in second, so that's another topic of conversation. Finishing out the season with what we call the big heavy trophies. You know, they're carbon fiber through the entirety of the season, but the championship trophies are big metal, chrome, shiny and chrome. Witness me as obviously James Dean gets the biggest one, and Odie Bakshis currently sits in second. Fredric Aasbo sits in third.
All right, so here we go. We are seeing Fredric Aasbo lead that Rockstar Energy Drink Toyota GR Supra Nitto tires. Then the Air Force BMW Brandon Sorensen. Looks like Freddie going across the nose of Brandon Sorensen. Maybe has to back off a little bit. Fredric Aasbo, good posture there with that vehicle. Past that transition point into that second outside zone. There goes Freddie. Brandon, he looks like he's even a little bit deeper. You can see him have to, again, straighten out, come out of that outside zone. But Freddie, just very smooth out front. A good run by Fredric Aasbo.
Best lights are on.
We are Royal Purple Type 16. Royal Purple, the synthetic experts, the official engine oil of Formula Drift. Brandon Sorensen initiates into the bank. Saw him just go straight line right into it. Nothing crazy, and that allows Fredric Aasbo sitting right there in the pocket. Transition right on that first hash mark. Ooh, look at Freddie. Well done by Freddie. I mean, that was perfectly timed. But look at Brandon. Amazing lead run. Solid lead run by Brandon Sorensen. Freddie looked like he almost tapped. I think he might have tapped the wall.
Jeez. That was
sick. It was so
James
fluid,
Dean
dude.
and
That
Jeff
was
Jones.
Here comes Fredric Aasbo leading, and Dylan Hughes giving chase. Fredric Aasbo initiates Dylan Hughes right there. You can see him. Needs to get up into that pocket. Looks like he does find it. Fredric Aasbo just so fluid. Whoa! Dylan comes in hot. His transition and going. Freddie continues on, but that he was ripping. Kudos to Freddie for finishing it out.
Yeah,
he stayed in it, man. He was pinned.
It's what we like to see. We really do. Is when you see that contact. I mean, that was a lot of contact too. But
family, you guys are awesome. I would not be here if it wasn't for Ryan Sage and Jim Lamb. So thank you.
Here we go. Here's our battle. Who's a final contender in the Final Four? Dylan the Dozer Hughes, that Royal Purple BMW. Fredric the Norwegian Hammer Aasbo, and that Rockstar Energy Toyota GR Supra.
Dylan Hughes, great line, good angle, good fluidity from Dylan Hughes. Now remember, these guys had contact. Dylan Hughes went hard in the side of Aasbo. Dylan working it out, getting into that outside zone, goes past that inside clip, transition pass, and into that last outside zone. Ooh. Freddie almost got contact there, shuts it down. Now keeps Fredric Aasbo, Connor Shanahan. Fredric Aasbo initiates. Shanahan, the shadow. There he is. There you are, Peter. As Fredric Aasbo in the outside zone. Let's see the transition. There we go into the second outside zone. Shanahan, oh, little bumper tap, throws him out of shape. Freddie keeps on, keeping on. Dropping the hammer, dropping the screwdriver, dropping the nails. Fredric Aasbo, solid lead run. Shanahan was close, but he hit that wall. All right, here we go. Connor Shanahan out front. He's the shadow up front. That doesn't work. Actually, like Peter Pan again. There you are, Peter. Here we go. Connor Shanahan, that Red Bull Garageistic BMW. Fredric Aasbo is, again, chasing him down. Great job by Shanahan. Now coming around that inside clip. Let's see the transition. This is where Shanahan had that mistake. Freddie! Oh, and Shanahan gets a little out of shape once again. He's like a masseuse. And now coming back into that last outside zone. Shanahan pulling away a little bit. And Fredric Aasbo, James Dean. Fredric Aasbo leads. James Dean giving chase. Here goes Fredric Aasbo high on the bank. James Dean tapping the brakes. A little bit of separation there. Let's see if he can reel him in. Yes, sir. There you see him working his way up top, bouncing his way past that transition into that second inside, that inner outside zone. Now look at James Dean. He's tapping some tire, bouncing back and forth. Middle tire 1 and 2. Banging doors, banging fenders. Well done. Wow. James Dean just right there on the Supra. All right. What do we got here? James the Machine Dean. Send it for the final time of 2024. Or is it? They go one more time. James pulls away against Fredric Aasbo. High on the bank, high on the wall. Freddie backs down. Freddie backs down. James Dean is going to be not only your champ, but your winner. As long as he keeps it sideways across the finish line. James Dean adds another podium to his 2024 season, solidifying that he is the best damn drifter in the world. 4-time champion, 21 championships overall.